All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
30 games, that is the number since Melbourne City were beaten in the home and away season. Yes, in that time they've had their troubles in finals, but they've not allowed an opponent to leave a game with 3 points since February 2024. Canberra United are the latest to welcome Melbourne City to their home ground with high hopes of breaking that streak. On the back of 3 consecutive victories, will they create a little slice of history at McKellar Park this evening, or will City do what they've done for nearly 2 years and just keep finding a way? Well, let's take a look at the rest of the Ninja A-League action this weekend. On Friday night, Perth Glory defeated the Wellington Phoenix 1-0 earlier today. The Newcastle Jets overcame the Brisbane Roar 3-0. And the other game happening right now, Melbourne Victory and Adelaide United still scoreless in Melbourne. So the teams in the tunnel having a chat to those lucky mascots, able to walk out with their heroes in Canberra this evening. About 24 degrees at kickoff in Melbourne. There was thunderstorms forecast, but it looks all clear and all ready to go at McKellar Park for kickoff for this one. So let's take a look at the way the sides line up this evening. Head coach Anthony Jagrenek has made one change from the team that defeated Sydney on Wednesday evening, with Emma Robers coming back into the side, replacing defender Jasmine Wardlow. American Emma Hawkins is once again preferred to Wednesday's goalscorer Sienna Dale, while captain Michelle Heyman, of course, leads the line. Well, Sasha Grove was absolutely outstanding for Canberra United on Wednesday evening, picking up an assist and just being absolutely everywhere up and down that right flank. The performance was on the back of picking up goal of the week against Victory last weekend. The 20-year-old is known for her engine. The question is, will she be able to back up after the quick turnaround from Wednesday? Well, meanwhile, for the visiting Melbourne City, 2 changes made by Michael Matriciani after last week's narrow victory over the Wellington Phoenix. Danella Buttress and, for the first time in City colours, Devon Jackson come in from the start. Aideen Keane moves to the bench, while Laura Hughes is out of the matchday squad with a knee injury and is expected to be unavailable for a couple of weeks. 16-year-old Kaya Jugovic is a potential debutant on the bench. Melbourne City in their huddle at the moment. Players laying down the law, and Rebecca Stott, their captain, the centre of everything. She is captain fantastic for Melbourne City, isn't she? She's always there at the right moment. She popped up again with a late goal against the Phoenix. No doubt urging her troops on to say, well, hopefully we don't need that this week. Get an early goal, lead the line, and get the job done. That is what she will be saying to her team. Well, there is Melbourne City coach Michael Matriciani. He still never tasted defeat in the home and away season. His team always managed to find a way to sneak a point, even in great adversity, just like they were last week. They've really shown no sign of slowing down yet, but he hasn't won in Canberra. Can he do so today? Well, Jock Quartermain, the central official today, rewarded for his good Australian Championship campaign. Amber Morris and Nicoletta Soteropoulos are the assistant referees. The 4th official is Georgia Ghirardello. There's always a big moment when players debut, big moment for referees as well. He'll be hoping he doesn't have too much to do between these two sides. Canberra United have the highest duels won percentage in the competition. They don't shy away from a challenge. Melbourne City without Laura Hughes today in midfield. Can they overcome that battle? It's the home side who get us underway. Canberra United seeking their 4th consecutive win. Melbourne City looking to keep that remarkable home and away undefeated record ongoing. It's not yet a top of the table clash. Melbourne City only 3 games into their campaign, but Canberra United rocketed to the top after their victory against Sydney midweek. Could be one that is incredibly important in the context of the remainder of the season. Canberra United looking to work the ball out from the back. Gordon. Davidson does well to win the ball. Now it's Apostolakis. It's the one-time Matilda. Expected to participate for the young Matildas at their upcoming Asian Cup. But hey, might just be a sneaky chance of the seniors as well. We know that Melbourne City are likely to keep possession. That is what they're known for. They have the highest pass completion percentage in the competition, and they've been very consistent on that front ever since really they've been introduced into the league. Canberra United with pace up top. The guile of Michelle Heyman will be looking to exploit any defensive weakness. Last time these sides played, it was a 1-1 draw. A late goal from Aideen Keane on the bench for City today. Got that point for Canberra. For all of their dominance, Melbourne City, they haven't won in Canberra for the better part of 3 years. Always a challenging place to play at McKellar Park. So they're trying to work their way forward there. Holly McNamara is dropping deep. Devon Jackson starting on that right flank. Anthony Jaggerneck picked up a yellow card on Wednesday. He's very passionate about this team. He was involved for a number of years as an assistant coach, also in the ACT NPL. Taylor Young, speaking of players with engines, spoke about Sasha Grove, but Taylor Young got through a mountain of work in midfield on Wednesday. A hairy moment for Sally James. The ball ricocheting off Holly McNamara. It looked innocuous, but McNamara, the speed, being able to close down James, it could have gone anywhere. And thankfully for James and for the home fans in Canberra, it's just missed the frame of goal. Well, it was a defensive error that saw Canberra United equalise the last time these sides played. And that's Sally James. A heart-in-mouth moment for her there, almost gifting City the opener. Just about gotten away with it. There's part of Melbourne City's game plan. They like to have the ball, they'll press high. Can Heyman apply the same pressure to Mires? It's something that she's markedly improved throughout her time in this competition, Mires. She's gotten much better with the ball at her feet under pressure as time's gone on. Taylor Young was listed in defence today. It does look like it is Emma Robers, though, who's come in as more of a straight swap for Jasmine Wardlow, the American who's moved back to the bench. It is Robers under pressure there. As Anton coming back to help out in defence, and Canberra win a free kick. The first start for City today for Devon Jackson. Kiwi previously played for Canberra when she first came to the competition, also had a stint at Newcastle last season. Robers has done well there to win the ball for Canberra. He's asking for someone else to take the throw. Instead, she'll be the one to take. Away. McMahon for City, situated as a midfielder today as opposed to a forward. She's scored 3 goals this season. And she has dropped a little bit deeper than we've seen her this campaign due to the absence of Laura Hughes. Should be gutted to miss this one. Hughes, of course, Canberra United, her childhood club. Where she played for many years in her career before making the switch a couple of seasons ago to City. Danny Turner, an Englishwoman, had a very positive impact so far for Melbourne City. Experienced pro in the likes of Everton and Aston Villa for many, many years. Groves throw, trying to find a teammate up the line. Picked up by Stott. Rebecca Stott launching it forward, was looking for the run of McNamara. Instead, Butcher's got there. Couldn't keep it in. Another Butcher's 18 years of age. Scored twice in the Asian Women's Champions League. Need to score in this competition. That's her next goal to tick off if she can. James just allowing McNamara to come to her. She'll have to be careful. Near calamity earlier. There's an errant pass. McNamara picks it up. McKenna racing in front of her. McNamara shoots! Onto the post. McKenna still battling for it, and Sasaki does well. The offside flag was raised in any case. Holly McNamara so close to the opener again. She assessed her options, saw Liz Anson backing away, went for it. James got just enough of a glove on it to touch it onto the post. It's been all City so far, but now it's Olasino almost getting there. Josie Olasino hasn't had too many touches of the ball so far. Almost made that one count, the 23-year-old American. But now here's McNamara going to ground, not winning the foul. Says the referee, so Canberra an opportunity to build up from the back. Hayley Taylor-Young, great touch. Couldn't find a teammate. It was Emma Hawkins, the player she was aiming for. Hawkins came in midweek after Dale started on the weekend. Sienna Dale came off the bench and scored, but not enough to see her replaced in the starting 11. Hawkins did play well. Nice touch around the corner. Devon Jackson battling it out with Hayley Taylor-Young, who's gone to ground. Canberra bench and crowd asking for that free kick. It's not given. Very parochial in Canberra. It's one of the things opposition players, past and present, will say. It is a challenging place to come. There is loud and vocal Melbourne City support here as well today, though. Postolakis. Driving through the middle. McKenna assess her options. Calmly play it back. McMahon. Shelby McMahon. Ball not quite to the feet of Holly McNamara. So possession just slightly in the favour of Melbourne City, 55% so far. That will change throughout this game. You can always expect Melbourne City to be on top in that stat, although as Canberra United have worked their way into this season, they have played some fantastic passing football themselves. While it is Melbourne City who are known for that style, teams have had success against Melbourne City. Almost trying to beat them at their own game. We saw the Mariners last season go for that kind of approach. They were a very tactically flexible side under M. Husband, and that was the approach that they went for. Other teams like Sydney FC had success sitting deep and trying to hit in transition. There are different schools of thought about it. What is certain is that Melbourne City themselves won't change. Rebecca Stott, such an important player, both in and out of possession for City. Actually, post-game against the Phoenix, Alexia Apostolakis praised the leadership of the group, particularly that of Rebecca Stott, in keeping everyone organised and on task throughout what was a challenging game. It'll be interesting to watch today the difference in midfield that having McMahon there makes over Hughes. Hughes and Davidson can be fairly similar at times. McMahon, though, a very different player, still young, still learning. Here's Buttress. Gets past one. Danella Buttress goes to ground. Foul awarded. Still City in possession. Now it's taken away, and Canberra will have the chance to build through their left-hand side. Hawkins. Now Robers. To James. McNamara just lurking. Now here's that long ball over the top, looking for Sasaki. There's Heyman in behind. Got there too, you know, Miraz got just enough of a touch. And Melbourne City, almost architects of their own downfall there. Heyman, 37 years of age, still a threat with her speed, still a threat with her positioning, her tenacity. Scored on Wednesday, but it's not just about the goals that she scores, Heyman. It's about the way she brings her teammates into it, lifts them, drags defenders away. It's a nice touch to intercept. Canberra pushing forward. They're really pressing Melbourne City high. They're urging them into a mistake. And Bethany Gordon is never one to back away from a tussle. Devon Jackson that time. Right, the final third entries apiece. Melbourne City try and control this game, but it's all a bit chaotic at the moment. It's chaotic in these moments right here. Watch this press again. It's Hawkins, Heyman just driving at Miraz. Gets the pass away well though, but then McNamara's centering ball can only find Olasino. Gordon leaving it for Taylor Young. Taylor Young's cross towards the back post. Grove is there. Playing very high again today, Sasha Grove. Sasaki. Bertolicio lifting it into the penalty area. Stott is there. Now here, this is where City just have to be a little bit quicker. This is what they would practice time and time again on the training ground, trying to work their way out of trouble. Robers to Gordon, just dropped deep. Passing accuracy stat revealing so far. Is the pressure being applied? Gordon, but the foul committed by Leah Davidson. Yeah, City pushing 85% passing accuracy at the moment. Davidson looking to catch Gordon out there. Canberra sitting around 71%, which is about fine. It's about middle of the pack for most A-League women's sides, that kind of number. Generally speaking, City are always going to be aiming for higher. Davidson's ball. Buttress chasing after it. James alerts the danger. Sally James did spend a couple of seasons at Melbourne City between 2021 and 2023. At that point, she was young, up-and-coming goalkeeper, was sort of the next big thing, but just never really kicked on, a few injuries and just struggling for form. She then went to Perth for game time, and Morgan Aquino ahead of her had the season of her life. And then came back to Canberra last season, where she's shown that that early potential wasn't just a flash in the pan. Now 23 years of age, got a Matilda's call up in April. I imagine she'll have quite a bit to do today. Another soft back pass from Rovers. They've got to be confident, Canberra, in those situations. A few hairy moments. Looks like a clear handball from Apostolakis there, and that was what the whistle was for in the end. Free kick launched forward. Really finding anyone, especially when you've got the height of Rebecca Stott and Taylor Otto in defence for City. We saw them combine in an attacking sense from a set piece last weekend. Hawkins applying the pressure on Mires. Mires' ball intercepted. Heyman, Michelle Heyman, central. Hawkins just got it all wrong. Couldn't twist her body in time. That header, though, back into the path of Heyman. Chance still alive for Canberra. Sasaki thinking about the shot. High and wide from Nanako Sasaki. She's capable from that sort of distance. The Japanese national. That was clever from Heyman to play it to her teammate. Sasaki was never really threatening the frame of goal. But we've seen those sorts of goals for her. What she became renowned for when she first came to Australia in the South Australian NPL, all the way back in 2018. She came to Sasaki to go to university, improve her English, and fulfill her dream of becoming a flight attendant. It's so good was she in the South Australian NPL that Adelaide United took notice, and well, the rest is history. Moved to Canberra this season. Moment to breathe as the teams settle into this one. Taylor Young thought that she might have kept that ball in, wasn't able to do so. She's got a motor back here. Trying to turn away is Jackson. Wins the throw. Apostolakis waiting for her teammates to set up exactly where they would like. McNamara back to Apostolakis. Stott. Nice turn, Rebecca Stott still going, driving into space, still Rebecca Stott. Thought about taking on the strike, instead Buttress. Squaring ball, and the offside flag was raised regardless. Well, Rebecca Stott going on an adventure. She's scored goals like that in this competition where she's just taken it upon herself to say, you know what, I can do it all. She certainly can. In that stat, the most progressive passes in her team and equal most progressive carries as well, alongside Holly McNamara and Aideen Keane, who started on the bench today. So there's another progressive carry from Stott. So vital in every single way to their style of play, to their identity as a team. McMahon. Ball up the line, Buttress herring after it. Can't get there. Bertolicio's throw. To Heyman. Come off a blue jersey, up for another Canberra throw. nice turn. To Robers. Taylor Young. Now playing it in for Grove. Sasha Grove in space. Goes for the cross on her left. Headed behind by McMahon. It was Bethany Gordon who was right behind her, ready to head that in if she wasn't able to get there, but she did really, really well, the 17-year-old. And this is Sasha Grove on her non-preferred left, herring up on that side, and good defensive work by McMahon to head it away. So Canberra United with the first corner of this evening's game. Nako Sasaki will be the player to take. Sasaki's delivery towards the back post. It was Emma Robers who was there, but it flew over everybody. Now for a goal kick. Michelle Heyman's always the obvious target for Canberra, but they've got Robers as well, who is tall herself, can win those battles. It's Jasmine Wardlow, actually, who had a fantastic opportunity from a corner on Wednesday. She's starting on the bench today. City only a little bit more possession than Canberra at the moment. It'll be interesting to see how that ebbs and flows. Whether there'll be any fatigue at play for Canberra as well, that 3-day turnaround from the game on Wednesday. Will that play into it? Both of those games at home, which is incredibly helpful in that scenario. There's no travel day to contend with. McNamara into the path of Apostolakis. Apostolakis now to Jackson, who, despite her pace, wasn't able to chase that one down. Taylor Young. Up the line to Hawkins. McMahon deals with it well. I'm not really seeing a different side of McMahon today. Again, only 17 years of age from the Gold Coast. This is her third season in the competition. She came in late a couple of seasons ago. Scored a stunning first goal in the competition, really impressed in those early days, built into the season as it went last time out, and then started very strong in an attacking role this season. Here's Anton, lifting it forward, Heyman with the touch, blocked by Stott. Those two would know each other well over the years. Game being played in the middle of the park at the moment. A bit more of it in Melbourne City's third than Canberra's. Apologies, Canberra's defensive third. Getting lefts and rights mixed up. It is Canberra in possession at the moment. Going to be a challenge. Let's get City a little bit out of danger. Smiles between Turner and Grove. A little high five after the challenge. Yeah, a little bit too enthusiastic there from Grove. And ball out of defence. It's headed away by Bertolicio. Pressure here from City. James has to act quickly, just kicks it high and away. To be fair on Sally James there, that was an incredibly challenging back pass to control. She just had to get it away, and did so. But but City still on the attack. Turner with the throw, receives the ball back, the cross in the middle, deflected away. And now Melbourne City will not have an opportunity for a corner because of the offside flag. Assistant referee Amber Morris there catching the infringement. Gordon. All the way back. They pick and choose their moments, Melbourne City. Damara always thinking about it, and there's an interception from Buttress. She'll reel it in, Danny Buttress. McNamara is on the edge of the area. The cross too high for her. Sasaki able to come back and clear, and now it's Canberra on the charge. Hawkins using her pace against Apostolakis. Heyman in the middle. Taylor Young herring forward as well. Still Hawkins has to hold up the ball. Apostolakis has done well. Hawkins back to Rovers. Now everyone's back for both sides. Rovers will just recycle through defence. Fantastic recovering defence from Apostolakis there to hold up Hawkins and make it difficult for her to make that decision. You don't always have to dive in and win the ball to do a positive defensive action, and that's just what Apostolakis has done there. Defense splitting pass. Sino poking it through. Sasaki. Cross dealt with. It's come out to Grove. Just over the crossbar. She's got a taste for it this season, Sasha Grove. And that one just always rising. It came out to her. She saw the opportunity for the strike. Not too far away. This is almost a battle at the moment of who's going to make the first mistake. We've seen a number of hairy moments from both sides. Passing out from the back, the pressure that's being applied, the pressing from both sets of forwards. Who's going to crack first? Who makes that first mistake? And who holds their nerve? Because the first team to go sod it, we're just going to start hitting it long. You lose out when you do that as well. You lose out in possession and territory. And a fascinating mental battle between these two sides as much as anything at the moment. Foul committed on Butchers there by Bertolicio. Silda's teammates, Butchers having to pull out of that with just a minor niggle. In the most recent international window. She's been very impressive for City so far in the Asian Women's Champions League. Scored a couple goals. Was impressed with her flair and tenacity. Rovers. Heyman. Able to turn away from one, but not able to turn away from McKenna. Too many shots so far, not too many real clear-cut chances despite all the pressure. City have probably come closest, but that was through that deflection off McNamara very early in the game as Sally James was caught out. I don't know if you quite count that as a shot, it was more just a ricochet. Devon Jackson herring after this one. Taylor Young gets there. That's a nice touch to play up the line. Hawkins slipped. Almost managed to recover. Couldn't quite keep the ball under her control. Turner using all of her experience, just slowing things down for City. Letting everyone get in position, Now she'll play it up the line. Buttress. Keen to take players one-on-one and beat one, beat a second. She's not shy of it, is she? Absolutely loves that one-on-one battle, does Buttress. So fun to see, 18 years of age. Just that audacity. Raised in Melbourne, raised on a diet of football, and you can see the joy that it brings out in her. McNamara going to ground, no doubt a player that Buttress aspires to be like one day. Holly McNamara, and Matilda's regular these days. It's an outstanding goal scorer and threat all around the pitch. Has a habit of winning those kinds of fouls as well. She can just get her body in the right areas and make sure that there is contact. So Letitia McKenna, real technician, standing over this one for Melbourne City. McKenna goes herself off the post and cleared away. Well, Letitia McKenna so close to the spectacular. Sally James did just enough. You wondered if she would go for that there, McKenna. She did. And thankfully, from a Canberra perspective, Liz Anton was the player there in the right place to clear it away. Here City come again, Bertolicio clearing it on to McKenna and out for a goal kick. It was a similar kind of game last season. It was a bit different. There was a bit of a different context around it. It was later in the season. It was Brisbane taking on City. Hold that thought as Apostolakis and Taylor Young in a foot race here. Apostolakis forced to take it out of play. And indeed couldn't prevent the corner. There's that shot again, the ball off the post. But the context of this game does remind me a lot of Brisbane taking on City last year. Brisbane were flying high. They'd had the midweek game. That one was against Melbourne Victory that they'd won. They came into the game against City full of expectation, top of the table clash. And it was Letitia McKenna who scored a direct free kick in that game. City were able to just control proceedings and take the game away. We know how the season ended for both of those two sides. Sasaki delivers for Canberra. Towards the back post, Heyman was there. Now it's Gordon looking to continue the attack. Gordon lifting towards the back post. The play will continue. Sasaki. Anton is free. Instead, she'll deliver the back post again. Flying header from Bertolicio. And Canberra have another corner. Idea from Sasaki. Anton was screaming for it. Bertolicio putting just enough pressure, and Apostolakis the final touch according to the referees. Yeah, we know McKenna can score goals in important situations, but really this whole City side can. Only a 3-game sample size, but the highest amount of goals per game so far in the competition. Sasaki delivering for Canberra. It's Heyman who won the header, but Mires was perfectly positioned to claim. In that sort of situation, when the attacking side wins the header, more often than not you expect it to go in, but Mires in the right place. It was a well-taken corner from Sasaki. He reclaimed comfortably. We'll talk of City this, City that. It's Canberra. We've been the team on top in these last few moments. City came out of the blocks flying. And Canberra really strutting their stuff at the moment. Pressure on. Pressure's coming from the other side as well. Otto, calm as you like. Now here's what City do. Davidson, ball taken away from Robers. Kostelakis all the way back. Central was almost intercepted by Gordon, and then Robers too much on the challenge. You can see exactly what Canberra are trying to do. They're trying to shut the door on City's passing. That's a nice ball over the top, but Butcher is mistiming her run. Offside flag, says the assistant referee. A lot to think about for Michael Matriciani so far. This team are doing a lot of things well, but there's always that threat of Canberra, and they play some good football of their own. Bertolicio launching it forward. Canberra keeping it alive. Hawkins. Sasha Grove. Keeping possession here, Canberra.
It's raining.
Anton. Looking for Grove, looking for Heyman perhaps. Heyman on Stott. Stott playing it into the hand of Grove. She's disappointed in herself there, Grove. And that call coming from the assistant referee on that far side. Just letting the referee know. And look at that pressure. But Stott and Otto, both of them are so calm. Taking the ball out of defence. Ramirez taking her time, sending her players forward. She'll launch it long into the mixer. 50-50 ball. Davidson comes away with it. 50-50 possession so far as well. Canberra really bringing it to the defending premiers. Taylor Young will just need a moment here after that challenge, but she's a pretty tough cookie. Not much phases her. She'll be okay. Young did have an ankle problem that kept her out of the season before last, the whole season. Came back to the NPL in 2024 and came back as a midfielder. Before then, she was much more known as a fullback. She's very versatile. She can play anywhere in defence, anywhere in midfield. Great player to have. Olasino. Bertolicio. Confident touch around Buttress, and then the switch of play. Heyman couldn't control it. That was fantastic from Bertolicio, though. The awareness to turn away from Buttress, and then the switch of play. Gordon. Anton. Ball forward, Taylor Young. Not where she would have wanted that header to go. Trickle out for a City goal kick. At the moment, Canberra are showing no signs of fatigue at all. In fact, it is they who have grown into this game more as it's gone on. It's City at the moment who are struggling to get out of their own half. As soon as we say that, they've got the attacking threats. They've got McNamara. They've got Buttress. They've got Devon Jackson. We know what they can do. Their speed, their tenacity, the speed of movement. Anything can change, but Canberra looking good. Sasaki managing to keep possession against the odds there. But Alicio, Taylor Young. great work from Davidson. That's what she does. It was Devin Jackson, in fact. What Jackson and Davidson do, apparently. The end result, the ball coming to Canberra. McMahon trying to get a bit more involved in the game. I'd like to see her get a few more touches as this game goes on. She's a super, super talent, but she's still so young. And with every game, it's a new situation, a new role in the team that she has to play. Davidson, let's come out to Buttress. Danny Buttress taking on Robers. Buttress cutting inside. Still Buttress to the edge of the area. Davidson, McMahon, snapshot. Flashes well wide of the post. This is what Buttress can do. Grove had to come back and help Robers there, and then a touch to McMahon, who was probably more likely trying to force it wide to Jackson. Jackson, start getting high. McKenna, Letitia McKenna, right idea. Too much on the ball. A little bit of frustration in the body language for City here. There's Hawkins involved in that earlier challenge on Stott. There's the commitment from Michelle Heyman. Urging their side on for these last few moments of the first half. Buttress can't get the ball under control. Occasionally reminded today with Danny Buttress, as exciting as she is, as fun as she is to watch, and as good as she was in the Asian Women's Champions League, this is still very early days in her career for Melbourne City. Some of those touches just getting away from her, but she'll improve that throughout the season and with more games under her belt. Of course, City, after falling at the last hurdle last season in the Asian Women's Champions League, in that competition again. 3 wins in the group stage, no goals conceded. Job done so far in that competition. Here's McNamara looking for Buttress. Grove, the player marking her. Buttress, well done Grove, won that battle, but conceded the corner. There's an opportunity not over here for the visitors. Lovely ball from Holly McNamara, who, as much as she is such a supreme goal scorer, is also a creator. 2 goals, 2 assists so far this season for McNamara, and that's the kind of vision that has gotten her those assists. So Sally James organising her defence. Delivery from Apostolakis. James claims unconvincingly. And she got the ball in the end, and that's all that matters. Well, we've seen an Olympico this round. We saw it in Perth last night. For a moment, it looked as if we might see a second Olympico being a goal scored directly from a corner. Seemed to be what Apostolakis was aiming for. James secured the ball. 1 minute of stoppage time in this first half. On either side create one last chance. Hawkins trying to make it. Canberra, and in the follow through hangs out a leg. Take down Rebecca Scott and receives the first yellow card of the game for her troubles. Hawkins has played in Iceland, played in Portugal after going to college in the US system. Played for Box Hill United in the NPLW in New South Wales, where she got 10 goals, 8 assists, was an NPLW champion. Ball played forward, Hawkins chasing Stott, heading away. But Gordon can play it back to Sasaki. Time running out for Canberra. Sasaki trying to force something. Davidson to come out to Olasino. Maybe one chance for a shot here. Hawkins can't get there. And it's cleared away by City. So still scoreless at halftime in Canberra. It has been an exciting back and forth game between the defending premiers and Canberra United, coming into this one on a 3-game winning streak. It is really anyone's at the moment. Can Melbourne City hold on to that 30-game home and away undefeated run? Halftime, it is Canberra United 0, Melbourne City 0. So here are some of the highlights from that action-packed first half. Well, Melbourne City almost got their first in fascinating circumstances. Sally James not clearing appropriately, misjudging the pace of Holly McNamara. And then Canberra gave away the ball here. McNamara had a shot from distance. It was saved onto the post and cleared away. In these early exchanges, it was Canberra who may be a little bit nervous. A couple of errors in defence, but they weren't punished. City almost making some errors of their own. Michelle Heyman trying to get in ahead of that Taylor Otto, back pass. In the end, the deflection went wide. Letitia McKenna came very close from this free kick. Smashing back off the post, almost curling into the bottom corner, and then Anton was there for Canberra. Here, after a succession of corners, Michelle Heyman won the header. You'd almost expect her 9 times out of 10 to score from that position, but Mirez in the right place to claim. So the match stats so far: possession very, very even, shots very, very even, and that certainly does pass the eye test. It is anyone's game, and it will be fascinating to see what happens right after the halftime break. Well, welcome back to McKellar Park in Canberra, where it is still scoreless between Canberra United and Melbourne City. An entertaining little 45 minutes, though, despite the lack of goals. You would not bet against there being some goal-scoring action in the second half. But while we wait for that second half action, let's get to know some of Melbourne City's players a little bit better.
5.
5.
I reckon I can do 6. Yeah.
7.
I'll go 8.
I can do 9.
I reckon I can do 10. I reckon I can do 10.
I'll do 11.
12.
No way. 3, 2, 1, go.
Amy Park, Control Cyber, Coopers, Allianz, Leica Oval.
Get it.
Wait, Wanderers Football Park, Industry Group Stadium,
Halfway.
Iron Park. Are we counting that? I'm counting it. Anyways. RFP. I think. Oh, okay.
5
so-
seconds left. 5
Oh my gosh, I'm terrible.
It grumbled.
Yeah. Oh, no.
1.
Oh, you're doing so well.
Bugger.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
2.
2. I've got 2 in my mind too.
Yeah.
Who went last?
Literally 2.
3.
I can do 4.
Oh, I can do 5.
Go on, do 5.
Can do 5?
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
30 seconds for 5.
Are you ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Chidiac, Sophie Harding. Did Heyman get one?
So. Oh no, she didn't.
No.
Milinkovic.
Oh my god.
No, she didn't.
McLaren, maybe. Buildup Borussia, maybe. I said Milinkovic.
We need some confirmed ones.
From Wanderers in Sydney.
5 seconds
What's his
left.
name?
6.
Throw me off.
Four.
5.
You can definitely.
5.
You gotta go higher than me.
I can't.
You're the-
6. Yeah,
6.
6.
7.
I don't think you can do 7.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Michael, Jeff, Hopkins. I think
Last
his
names,
name.
please.
Jeff Hopkins, Stenter, Adrian Stenter, Paul Paulson. Paul Temple. Paul Temple. That's a keeper. No,
Halfway.
Stephen from Perth.
Oh, sorry, we're not on first name basis here.
Okay.
Who's the other
5
one?
seconds.
Oh, no, you've done 4.
Come on, one more.
Cat Smith.
Nice. Oh no.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Full force.
That's a keeper.
Steven.
Stephen from Perth.
Good one.
Well, how good is that? And to be fair to the players, they are all quite young. Asking them the history of Julie Dolan medalists might be a little bit of a tough one, but no, it's fantastic to see their personalities shining. Well, let's take a look at the highlights again from this game so far. No goals yet. There could have been a couple. This one, Melbourne City coming very close, just a ricochet of Holly McNamara. And that's the pressing that Melbourne City have been so effective at. That same press, almost creating another goal here. McNamara, this time a shot from outside the penalty area, parried away by Sally James. I wouldn't bet against her scoring in this fixture, McNamara. We know how fantastic she is. Heyman almost getting on the end of an errant back pass there from Taylor. Also, she's also been pressing high and just searching in those kinds of areas. Letitia McKenna, we know how good she is from a set piece. That one crashing back off the upright and able to be cleared away by Liz Anton. And then from a corner, Heyman won the header, did all the hard work. Couldn't direct it away from Mirez in goal. So plenty of Ninja A-League action this weekend. The game in progress at the moment between Melbourne Victory and Adelaide United. Melbourne Victory currently leading 1-0. And of course, scoreless here in Canberra. We'll be back with all of the action in Canberra after this break. Welcome back to McKellar Park in Canberra, where it is still scoreless between Canberra United and Melbourne City. A fascinating battle playing out there between these two sides. And Rebecca Stott at the centre of everything for Melbourne City, as she so often is. 89% nearly rounding up passing accuracy. It is just astonishing. She was 90% coming into this game. Obviously is a centre back, so will play a lot of passes back to her keeper and to her other defenders. But you have to keep that in mind with the fact that she had, coming into this game, the most progressive passes out of anyone in the team. We saw her go on a run, go on an adventure with the ball at her feet in the first half as well. So she is highly, highly influential for this Melbourne City side. Captain's armband on, speech at the ready. What can the visitors do in this second half? All smiles for Michelle Heyman and Canberra United as they seek to be the team to break the deadlock in a windy and wet Canberra. Will it be Holly McNamara, one of the purest goal scorers in this competition? She's got her partner in crime this season, Shelby McMahon, alongside her. McMahon playing in a bit of a deeper role in this game today, though. It's Melbourne City who will get us back underway. Letitia McKenna standing over the ball. And we are back underway. Fascinating battle between two sides. Looking to walk away with 3 points. Canberra United, 3 games, 1 in a row, looking to make it 4. Ball played through to Hawkins. Emma Hawkins! Good save, Mirez. And it's cleared away mere seconds after the halftime break. It is Canberra United with perhaps the best opportunity of the game so far. It goes begging for Hawkins. Still on the attack though, Canberra. Olasino searching for options, plays a centering ball. Gordon, Heyman, back to Gordon. Olasino is in the middle. Instead, Gordon will lift it into the penalty area. Olasino against her opposite number, McKenna. And now all the way back. What was in that halftime team talk for Canberra? Eventually, Elena Mira is able to claim. That's a gorgeous ball through from Olasino. And it almost got away from Mirez, you know. She just managed to stick her arm down and get it away. Almost a first Ninja A-League goal for Hawkins, but here comes City. Back up the other end. Postolakis up against Taylor Young. Now all the way back. Wowee, what a start to the half that could have been. Ball played through the middle. It was Davidson who was chasing after it. Danielle Turner with the defence-splitting pass. Sasha Grove. Result, Canberra United throw after Otto stepped forward. Alicio trying to play it up the line. Header will come back to Olasino. Grove. Sasha Grove putting on the afterburners. Well marshalled by Danielle Turner, using all of her experience. See the ball out of play for a goal kick. Grove, again, was so lively these past few games. Had a shot herself in the first half that was always rising over the crossbar, but wasn't too far away. I wonder what was said by respective coaches at halftime. It's Canberra, the team who have come out of the blocks absolutely firing. They'll be lifted by the home fans. I can't say Melbourne are not used to this kind of condition. It's not an uncommon sight in Melbourne as well, the wind and the rain. Intercepted by Rovers there, Jackson. Davidson got there and tried to poke it forward, and all the way through to Sally James, who's happy enough to take her time on the ball. Make Devon Jackson run at her. Olasino around the corner looking for Hawkins. I wonder when we might see the first substitutes for both sides, but particularly Canberra, given that quick turnaround, how much fresh legs might come into effect for them in particular. Fourth official today, Georgia Girodella, just making sure that throw from Turner being taken exactly where the ball went out. Now here's Gordon. Bethany Gordon in behind for Hawkins. Hawkins, the delivery centre, Headed away by Stott. Sasaki with the follow-up. Heyman got the touch, but completely uncontrolled. So City able to clear it away. All Canberra at the moment. Robers. Anton, rather, two Robers. To Anton. Sasaki, back to Anton. City players creep forward, no one willing to commit. Rebecca Stott now, up the line. McNamara on the header, but can only play it as far as Anton. Bertolicio, encouraged to take her up her player, the pass a little bit too far ahead of Grove. All promising though for Canberra, all good signs. Grove lifting it, Hawkins chasing it, Otto marshalling it to the gloves of Mires. Sasaki. Robers. Anton. Building these triangles with Beth Gordon, who's dropping deep. Switch of play, Bertolicio gets a foot on it. Olasino, Sasaki. Olasino running in behind. McMahon can only play it into Olasino. Bertolicio will retain possession. Sasaki, Nanaka, Sasaki towards the back post! And Canberra have the open up! It's Emma Hawkins, who came so close seconds after the break, who gets a just reward for her performance. The home side take the lead against the defending premiers. What a ball from Sasaki at the back post. Perfectly timed run. A fantastic header. Hawkins gets her first in the competition. 24-year-old American. She's a prolific college scorer from Texas. And she's done the business there. Canberra United in the lead. Can they be the first team to beat Melbourne City this season in a home and away game? Can they be the first team to do so in 30 home and away games? There's still lots of time to come. We've seen City dig themselves out of every kind of hole you can imagine in that time. And that goal also puts them back top of the table. Here Canberra come again. Olasino, still Olasino, rising over the crossbar, but Canberra United are up and about. The crowd is up and about. They will be believing at the moment, Canberra. Olasino compatriot Hawkins just get her first goal. Olasino does have a goal in the competition, wants another. Second ball on the pitch. Stott will just clear that one away so play can continue. Here comes City. McNamara can make special things happen. Holly McNamara. Something that people would say last season. Whenever Melbourne City were in trouble, Holly McNamara would just go brrr and would just manage to do something. Can she do that this afternoon? That's the question. Buttress. Grove getting in the way. What a foul against Canberra. Asher Grove not really arguing the point. Still be getting back to her feet. Buttress as well. clipping Buttress on the way through. And Letitia McKenna hit the post in the first half from a direct free kick, maybe a little bit wide this time to attempt the same. You wouldn't put it past her though. She has such quality from this kind of position. One arm in the air. Letitia McKenna goes direct. Sally James is there, in behind it. This condition's tricky for goalkeepers, but James making no mistake. Taylor Young. Here come Canberra again. Sasaki, so instrumental to their goal. Still on the ball here, Sasaki chipping it forward. Heyman. She was predicting the run of Hawkins there and tried to just chest it into her path, but Hawkins had stopped. A little miscommunication. They'll keep attacking here, Canberra. One of the things that Michelle Heyman said in the lead up to the game against Sydney was that they know they need to score multiple to win games in this competition. In fact, the first 3 games, all of which they failed to win this season, they scored first. So they won't be relaxing or becoming complacent at all, especially not against Melbourne City. Stepped forward, it will give space in behind here for City. Buttress in space, she's up against Grove. Danny Buttress. Grove does exceptionally well to clear it out for a corner. I just thought for a second Buttress was going to cut inside there onto her right foot and get the shot away, but Grove with her every step of the way. We've seen what she can do with the ball in these past few weeks, Grove, but now she's got to show us everything she can do out of possession, in defence, as a fullback. And she's had a great season back at her hometown club after the season away with Western United last time out. Kostelakis' delivery is low, driven towards the front post. Otto goes to ground, appeals for a penalty, mostly coming from the bench, not so much from Taylor Otto, who gets back to her feet. Something from the training ground there. Robers was with Otto every step of the way though, just as Grove was with Buttress in the lead-up. Sasaki, lovely touch around McMahon. And that's a nice ball too, into the path of Hayley Taylor-Young. Taylor-Young, the cross, Heyman! And it's 2! Canberra United double their advantage against the defending premiers. Could this be the game where City's home and away unbeaten run is broken? Well, they've remained on top, Canberra. Ever since scoring that first, they've kept coming. A lovely switch of play from Sasaki, and Heyman is there. She scores her 4th of the season. Canberra United are on a roll. Of course, led by their inspirational leader, Michelle Heyman, who does not stop scoring in this competition. Sasaki central again, Taylor Young with the assist. The crowd loving it. Still lots and lots of time remaining in this game. McNamara, can she lift her side? Can she inspire something? Jackson, Apostolakis, switch of play, Turner. Danielle Turner being offered space, takes it, Turner goes herself. Always rising, but the 34-year-old trying to take it upon herself to change things here for her side. And again, at what point does fatigue start to play into it for Canberra? They haven't looked fatigued at all. You would not know that they played on Wednesday night. This season, Canberra United have scored more goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half than any other team. They almost scored within 20 seconds of the half, remember, and then have scored their 2 goals in that period again. So whatever Anthony Jaggerneck says at half-time, it clearly works. Grove. Gordon. Alicio. Sasaki turning away. Grove incoming. Sasha Grove. Options in the middle, perhaps. She'll have to keep possession. Play it back. Gordon. Sasaki. The Narco. Sasaki! Straight at Mirrors. How good's her performance been today, Sasaki? Got the assist for the first goal and was instrumental in the second. Melbourne City preparing a couple of changes as they try to change this game. Ulasino gets a foot in. It's the shot from the edge of the area again from Hawkins. Straight into the gloves of Mirrors. Look at this press. Canberra relentless. City being urged forward. Ulasino applying pressure on Stott. Stott to Apostolakis. Stott launching it forward, headed away, and the offside flag was raised in any case. So that will allow Melbourne City to make these substitutions. Carly Ross back in for the first time this season. One of those changes. She's replacing Danny Buttress. 18 Keane coming on as well, replacing Devon Jackson. So a straight swap between Keane and Jackson. Ross Backen coming on is a fascinating change, replacing Danny Buttress. It'll be interesting to see if there's a formation change that's coming with that one. So Carly Ross Backen, first appearance this season. She had a knee injury to start. 24 years of age, began her career in Canberra, so a special game for her. She's from Queanbeyan. She's been at Melbourne City since 2022. Another high interception. Hawkins trying to get the ball central. Heyman will collect. She's got no support in the penalty area. Instead, the ball back in the middle. Ulasino was challenging, and the whistle goes. Again, it's Canberra with the energy. They're taking it to Melbourne City at the moment, and Melbourne City have 30 minutes or so to find the answers. It was 18 Keane, also at Canberra last season. She scored for Canberra against Melbourne City in this very fixture last season. It was the equalising goal late. Now she's hoping to score for City and perhaps do the same. More final third entries for Canberra, 43-31. That tells the story. Heyman challenging this one. Mirrors is there. Turner under pressure. Back to Otto. Mirrors again. Look at this press from Canberra. City have done well that time. Apostolakis. McNamara. They've really missed Laura Hughes today, Melbourne City. unavailable for this one due to a knee injury. She's expected to be out for a couple of weeks. Melbourne City have indicated that more of an update on that one during the week. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but you can see the impact that her absence has had. And again, it's no slight on Shelby McMahon, who slid back into midfield to replace her. She's still only 17 years of age. She's still learning. But you could feel both the effect of McMahon missing from the front line, where she's been so effective this season, but also then having to come in and replace what Laura Hughes does really, really well. There's an opportunity perhaps for City, but Taylor Young getting back and managing to block the cross from Ross back in the substitute. Fresh legs. I wondered what that change might look like. Replacing Butcheress. That is why she's on the park. Hayley Taylor Young, though, putting her body on the line. And hopefully be okay after that. Hopefully it's just a little contact injury, nothing more serious. She's really struggling, though, to get back up. It's just on the contact. It could have been an ankle, or if it's where she fell, that's the concern. It could be something a little bit more sinister. Hopefully not. She has not stopped running all game, Hayley Taylor Young, and that's exactly the kind of player that she is, and that's exactly what she brings for Canberra. But that little shake of the head doesn't look too promising. Canberra, though, they've got quality on the bench. Darcy Malone can slot straight into midfield if required. Mary Stanage-Floody as well, although slightly different kinds of players. You'd imagine Malone's a little bit more like for like if Taylor Young does need to be replaced. Melbourne City with the opportunity from a corner. It's the left boot of Danielle Turner to take. Turner's in-swinging delivery. Headed straight back up into the air, and now Rebecca Stott straight into the gloves of Sally James. And she's looking to be Melbourne City's saviour. 2 weeks in a row, Rebecca Stott, but that time Sally James in the right place to deny her. Just a long ball from James. I'm sure we can expect that from Canberra now. Heyman lifts it to Hawkins, the goal scorer. Otto takes it out of play. Grove. McKenna. Otto having to turn away, a little bit of flair. Keane, nice first touch, nice second, and yeah, looks like a pretty clear foul there from Bertolicio, and a pretty clear yellow card at this stage of the game. She's decided that taking that yellow card is worth it for her side. The 2 yellow cards now for Canberra. They'll have to be careful of Bertolicio and Hawkins as well. Just a pretty obvious tug of the shirt from Bertolicio against her former teammate. Yellow card awarded for stopping a promising attack. Good work from Anton, reading play perfectly to the centre of the park. Taylor Young back on, that's great to see. Heyman. Heyman back to Taylor Young. Sasha Grove. Rovers. Gordon. Now Taylor Young. Taylor Young's delivery into Hawkins. 1 touch, 2 touch, too heavy. Perez can claim. Now it's City. Again, trying to force things. McNamara at the tip of the spear, as always. That's good work from James and good work from Grove. And Grove's just played it straight to Turner. So it's City on the attack again. Sasha Grove, tireless. Running down 18, Keane. Keane wins the battle. Into the penalty area, goes to ground. And the referee awards a penalty. back into this game for Melbourne City. A penalty. And perhaps a chance to pull a goal back. 18 Keane off the bench, Bertolicio running into it. And Holly McNamara immediately taking the ball off Sally James and stepping up to the spot. Michelle Heyman's not going to win that argument. With Jock Quartermain, who's had to award a penalty in his first A-Leagues game. Now all eyes on Sally James. Can she be the hero for Canberra here, or will Holly McNamara bring the margin back to 1 with 20 minutes remaining? Looking to score her 3rd goal of the season. Holly McNamara stepping up. Straight into the bottom corner. Melbourne City get their goal back. It's through Holly McNamara. So lethal from the penalty spot. Can Melbourne City dig themselves out of a hole once again? Well, there's the penalty again. Bertolicio too forceful. And McNamara, that's unsavable. Sally James went the right way. She was never stopping that. Goal number 3 for Holly McNamara this season, who has been pretty well marked out of this game so far. She's looking to have more of an impact. Scoring a goal, certainly one way to do that. Canberra immediately back on the attack. Hawkins poking it through. Heyman won't get there. Smartly off her line was Mires. Things are getting all a little bit frantic. Not many keepers can stop McNamara from the penalty spot. They need to score at least one more though, City, if they are to walk away from this with a point, if they are to keep that home and away unbeaten record intact. They just have a knack for it, City. They have a knack for coming back into these games. It's not luck, it's a feature. It's a feature of their game. You can't do it for 30 games without it being a feature. We've got 20 minutes or so to show us just why they have been so difficult to beat for so long. Of course, Melbourne City coming into this game, they had the highest goals per game off a small sample size of only 3. So Sienna Dale, the goal scorer from last week, will make her way onto the pitch for the goal scorer from today, Emma Hawkins, as Canberra United look to shore up this lead. Sophia Christopherson also coming onto the park. She's replacing Sasha Grove. What a wonderful performance from Sasha Grove. What a wonderful few weeks from Sasha Grove. Christopherson will drop straight into that right back role. That's a tough ask to replace Grove in there. And Sienna Dale, she was compared by Michelle Heyman to a young Lisa DeVanna after Wednesday night's goal. She helped Canberra out here. They'd love another one, Canberra. They help ease the pressure after going 2 goals to the good. They've had that lead pegged back. They've been the much better side in this second half, Canberra. They really won't want to let that lead slip. Nice switch of play for City. Turner. Christopherson has come sliding in there. A yellow card awarded. There's not so much the connection there from Christopherson that's the reason for the yellow. It's the uncontrolled nature of the challenge. She's come in from a long way away. She's slid in. And it's a dangerous challenge, which is why it has been a yellow card. She's lucky for her sake and for Danielle Turner's sake that there was no connection, because then that would have given the referee a much more challenging decision to make, but as it stands, the yellow card the decision. And Letitia McKenna standing over another set-piece opportunity for City. Ball delivered high, James punching away. Good goalkeeping from Canberra's custodian between the sticks. And now Hayley Taylor-Young wins her side a foul. And another yellow card out of the pocket. Alexia Apostolakis. Yellow card's getting a workout. There's a replay of that free kick, punched away well by James. Well, meanwhile, there's been another substitution for Melbourne City. It's Chinazo Uchendu coming on for Melbourne City, the Nigeria international. And earlier hamstring issues. She was replacing Leah Davidson, which is why we haven't seen a lot of her this season. Here's McNamara, striding into space. Still McNamara, out to Aideen Keane. Aideen Keane, McNamara, looking for the snapshot, can't get it away. Green shirts coming back in numbers to prevent her. All out attack now for Melbourne City. 15 minutes or so remaining. The Canberra crowd will be right behind their team. But Melbourne City have a long and storied history of finding a way. McNamara, does she keep it in? She doesn't, according to the assistant referee, so goal kick Canberra. Ball over the top. Here is come and collect comfortably. Turner. Keane, of course, won the penalty to get the goal back for City. Defensive substitution incoming for Canberra. Jasmine Wardlow is replacing Josie Olasino. A defender for an attack-minded midfielder here. This is Anthony Jagranek saying we need to shore up our defensive stocks. And we'll see her all smiles as she makes her way off the pitch. Wardlow and Robers having a conversation. Robers perhaps being pushed up into midfield. Jasmine Wardlow, well, after she started midweek, she posted on Instagram about just what it meant to her. She'd been told by various people, agents, that playing this season might be impossible. But she's here, she's playing for Canberra. Of course, was first seen in this competition for the Mariners in their first season back, and now playing a big part for Canberra. She'll have a big 12 minutes of regulation time remaining. McNamara, Gordon wins out. Little 1-2 with Hayley Taylor-Young. How long can Canberra keep this going? Sasaki in space. Nanako Sasaki will take the ball and drive. And then out wide to Christopherson, full of running. Sophia Christopherson goes to ground. Crowd saying there was contact. Referee says not enough. It's a fascinating tussle developing between Keane and Christopherson. There was some contact, but the referee judging that Christopherson could have stayed on her feet, not enough to be given a foul. Gordon wins the ball. Dale not able to do the same. McMahon launching it forward. Lost back in. Options in the middle. McNamara. Showing off all of her tricks. Rosback. Her delivery. James can gather. Ball up for Canberra. Dale, the furthest player forward, as Heyman drops just a little bit deeper. How much is left in the tank for Canberra? 10 minutes of regulation time remaining. They've got to hold out. Can they create more of their own? How much energy can there possibly be? 3 games in 8 days. They played midweek, almost an unchanged side. Gordon. Ball through to Heyman. Can't get the connection. They're still pressing Canberra. This is lion-hearted stuff from the team from the capital. City will keep coming in waves. Apostolakis. McNamara dropping deep, but so many green shirts at the back. Heyman using all of her experience to shepherd the ball. Gordon. Nicely played, Canberra. Hayley Taylor-Young, ball in the middle. Too close to Mires. Look at this effort. Christopherson now tearing back. Uchendu around the corner for Heyman, but Anton is there. If anyone can do it, it is Holly McNamara. She scores goals for fun. Can she score the equaliser here? Matriciani is certainly hoping so on the sideline. Good turn from Stott. Here goes Rebecca Stott striding into space. Intercepting the pass again is Canberra and Gordon. How good has Bethany Gordon been today and all season, really? She just wins those battles. She wins those scraps. She is a big reason why Canberra have the highest duels won percentage in the competition. She just manages to get her body in the way. Again, tireless from this entire Canberra United side. Matriciani wondering what more strings he can pull. He's got 2 more substitutions up his sleeve if he wants to use them. 18 Keane was one of those substitutions. It's turned out well so far, having won the penalty that Holly McNamara converted. Chendu, offside flag raised. Canberra survive again, and we'll be able to tick another 30 seconds or so off the clock. Plenty of experience for Uchendu, 28 years of age. Was at the 2019 World Cup with Nigeria when they made the round of 16. Referee, Quartermain running over, pointing at the Melbourne City bench, and giving an emotionless Michael Matriciani a yellow card. Frustrations boiling over for Melbourne City. There is still time. They have pulled this off time and time again. Remember at the beginning of last season when they seemed to concede first in every game, and every game they just managed to come back. They've managed to get the result somehow, some way. They've done it for 30 home and away games. Somehow, some way they've gotten the equaliser, they've gotten the winner. Can it be different in Canberra today? Dale off the bench. Sienna Dale up to Heyman. Heyman will look to play it back to Dale. Whistle goes. Offside flag raised against Heyman. Christopherson clattered into by Keane. throw awarded for Melbourne City. You can feel the tension in the air at McKellar Park. Both benches, the crowd, the players. This is huge. Apostolakis. Rossbacken. In for McNamara. Back to Rossbacken. Apostolakis playing nice passing football. Alexia Apostolakis! I saw her score some screamers in the Asian Women's Champions League. Couldn't pull it off in Canberra today. Every Canberra fan counting down every second. Woodlow. Up the line. Heyman. Michelle Heyman. Woodlow. Dale. Otto takes it away from Dale. Canberra won't mind that. An attacking throw in City's half. Only 2 substitutions made for Canberra as well. This is like both coaches just don't want to move. Canberra claiming that came off the City body, but goal kick is the rule. 3.5 minutes of regulation time remaining. Can Canberra convince us why today is different to the last 30 home and away games? Bertolicio, she's on the yellow. Brings down King. Tricky King since coming on a number of fouls, won the penalty. Bertolicio is on thin ice, she's got to be careful. McKenna, high delivery, James is there, spilled it for a minute, but gathers. This is tough conditions for keepers in the rain. She's done just enough. Canberra can't keep possession. It's all about defence at the moment. Still leading final third entries. Foul given away. Will be taken quickly. Turner. Danielle Turner out wide to Keane. She won the penalty earlier up against Christopherson again. She goes to ground, but no foul that time. Sasaki up the line. Heyman will do everything in her power to keep possession, and does. Canberra United throw, and that is all the class and quality of Michelle Heyman. Yes, she scores goals. Yes, she gets assists. As we have a look at this again from Christopherson on Keane, be the judge at home. But that right there for Heyman to keep possession for Canberra. That's what we call a captain's knock, isn't it? Bertolicio with the throw. By a City head. Bertolicio goes to ground. Canberra United, free kick. Just like a seasoned pro, Bertolicio chooses the exact moment to cramp up. With 1 minute of regulation time remaining. She's drinking the pickle juice, though. I don't think anyone would put themselves through that if it wasn't legit, so fair enough. Bethany Gordon. The free kick delivery, just launching it forward for Canberra. Over the head of McKenna. And out for a City throw. All eyes will be on fourth official Georgia Ghirardello with that board, letting us know how many minutes of stoppage time there will be. Apostolakis told to go back. 6 minutes of stoppage time. 6 minutes for Melbourne City. Groans from the crowd. They were hoping for a lower number, the Canberrans. Chendu looking to play in Rosbach and too much on the pass. Out for a goal kick, so that'll take off a few seconds from that 6 minutes. Michael Matriciani is staring down the barrel of his first defeat in the home and away season for Melbourne City. Of course, they lost that semi-final against the Central Coast Mariners after extra time. They played that game with 10. It was Izzy Gomez, famously, who scored the winner that day. They lost on penalties in the Asian Women's Champions League final. But they have not been defeated in a home and away game. 30 games. They've not been defeated under Michael Matriciani in a home and away game. Few backed Canberra United to start this season. Many thought they might be on the fringes of the top 6 or there and thereabouts as they were last time. They are on fire. Can they hold out here? Will City get it done again? Keane. 18 Keane cutting inside. Keane's shot flashes across the face of goal. She has been so good since coming on, 18 Keane. Been a real bright spark for Melbourne City. Just couldn't curl that into the top of the net. Remember, last time these sides played, 18 Keane scored the equaliser for Canberra. Can she score the equaliser for City? That's what she's hoping to do. She's got 4 minutes to pull it off. Turner. Through the middle. Will it be Shelby McMahon? To McKenna. Tisha McKenna. Apostolakis. Lifting ball. Turner was making the run. James alert to it. And gathers. Canberra breathe just for a moment. McNamara. Rost back in. Carly Ross back in, low-driven ball, Uchendu, McKenna, McNamara, shot blocked. Kept alive by Ross back in, Sasaki heaves it away. 30 minutes since Canberra United last had a shot. They don't mind at all. It is all bodies back defending. Maybe a little time-wasting sub as well from Anthony Juggernick. It's Mary Stanic-Floody onto the park, replacing Michelle Heyman, who scored today and has gotten through a mountain of work up top, the 37-year-old. She'll take her time, giving the captain's armband over to Emma Robers. Liz Anton, rather. And jogging off the pitch. Mary Stanic-Floody, midfielder. Again, Canberra United don't mind about that 30 minutes since a shot. They just want to hold on here. This is everything they need to do for these final 2.5 minutes. Stott, Shendu. James can come and claim. She'll take every possible second. McNamara chasing after her. McNamara scored the penalty today, but you have to say Canberra have been incredibly effective at shutting her out from open play. She's had very few opportunities to impact the game from open play, Holly McNamara, today. And that's a credit to Canberra's defence. Gordon. Dale. Will she look for the corner, the youngster? She'll look to cut back inside, of course she will. Not able to get past Stott. Stanic-Floody just comes in and blocks the ball forward. McNamara just aimlessly lifting it forward. Sasaki is there. Stanic-Floody. Sasaki. Clever from Christopherson. And now just kicks it to the corner. Was hoping it would ricochet off Turner. It didn't do so. Neres. They've got to go forward here, City. Launches it, appeals for a foul and given. Haley Taylor-Young brought to ground in back play. Holly McNamara on her haunches, disappointed with the decision. Heyman getting a round of applause from this Canberra United crowd. Of course she is. Beloved hero of Canberra United. An icon of the league. Canberra United's free kick over the top, bouncing harmlessly away. Mirez. 35 seconds, and then we are at the referee's discretion. Is that a big first game, Jock Quartermain? Had to award a penalty. And now, is Melbourne City's unbeaten run, perhaps. Here's Mercy. Oh, that's a nice ball over the top. Sienna Dale could seal it here for Canberra United. Dale couldn't get connection. She's frustrated. That'll maybe give City one last chance to launch forward. Mirez, long ball. Uchendu wins the header. Over the top for McNamara. Holly McNamara, squaring ball. Christopherson's got to get there. She's blocked the shot. And Canberra come away with it. Stanage Floody will run for the hills. It's taken out of play. Over 6 minutes of stoppage time has elapsed. And that's full time. Canberra United have done it. They have become the first team in 30 home and away games to defeat Melbourne City. They are finally breached. They are finally defeated. And it comes at the hands of a Canberra United side on a 4-game winning run who are looking irrepressible at the moment. Emma Hawkins and Michelle Heyman on the score sheet for Canberra, but it was an incredibly lion-hearted effort from the whole side. They didn't stop running the whole game after 3 games in 8 days. The story is all about Canberra this evening. Michelle Heyman at the centre of it all, as she always is. And this Canberra United side could be destined for big, big things this season. What a moment for them. Victory, Sydney and City in a week, and they've beaten all of them. Unbelievable. Home fans absolutely delighted. Full time at McKellar Park. It is Canberra United 2, Melbourne City 1. Well, let's take a look back through the highlights of this game. Melbourne City could have scored early. Holly McNamara threatening. Sally James, a wonderful save onto the post. But McNamara didn't have a lot of sights on goal in open play at all. And that was one of the factors why City weren't able to break Canberra United down. This was a lovely ball just after the halftime break from Olasino into Hawkins. But Emma Hawkins not able to apply the finishing touch on that occasion. It was not long after, though. That could have been a goal just after half-time. Roberto Alicio, Sasaki. How about this ball from Nanako Sasaki to find the run of Hawkins? A fantastic header from the American, her first goal in the competition to give Canberra the lead. And they were unrelenting at this point. They kept on attacking. This ball again from Sasaki out to Taylor-Young. Taylor-Young's pinpoint delivery into Michelle Heyman, who timed her run to perfection, slotted it into the back of the net. And at that point, Canberra were 2 goals to the good. They were feeling it. They were feeling themselves. No signs of fatigue yet. Nadine Keane substituted on, one of the substitutes by Michael Matriciani to try and change the game, to try and turn it around. She won her side a penalty. Holly McNamara deadly from this spot. And from this point on, it was all about Melbourne City trying to get that equaliser. They weren't able to do so. Canberra holding out. So stats looking very, very even. It's fair to say that for the first 20